Hello guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to grab the entire API's response in order to avoid writing the scraper to manually extract elements from the web page. So here is the site that I need to extract data from, and a couple of things to note regarding this particular site. So it uses it's rendered dynamically, so it makes a request to the particular API endpoint, but that sort of API call can't be mimicked that easily. So it uses a security token, which is not really that easy to fake, and there is a complicated logic behind retrieving all this geocoding related data regarding latitude and longitude of the particular doctor and so on. So it's really tough to fake that sort of API request. Now let me just invoke my developer console to show you that. So okay, so here is my console here, and if I just update this site one more time, it tracks the seemingly infinite number of files being downloaded, but the only one file we need is actually this one. So after a while of researching the API call, I've revealed this sort of file that is basically responsible for retrieving data for this particular doctors here. And if we have a look at the list of initiators of this particular script, that we see that lots of captures and geocoding stuff here. So it's really complicated logic behind this sort of request. And the most challenging part here also is, if we have a look at our request headers, here at the URL we have this big security token starting from here. So let me just show you this in a little bit more user-friendly way, basically. So here is our token of the parsed string query parameters. So this token is generated dynamically, and this was the most challenge, basically, because I did try to fake this to find how it is generated, but I really failed to do that. But surprisingly, I've found a little hack of how one can grab the entire data without actually need to write any single line of code at all. So if you just go to our response, and just let's print the content of our response here. Basically we have the JSON response responsible for the entire data presented over here. So here we have this Brandon Hahn, generalist dentist, and basically here is the data. So first name, full name, etc, 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 also his latitude and longitude and all this stuff. So we can basically extract all the data regarding these doctors from this particular API response. So that's quite a simple stuff. And also one little bonus here. So if we will be navigating to somewhat other pages, see here in the network tab no extra API requests to this particular URL endpoint are made. So that means that the entire data is actually was fetched in one run. So that's pretty nice. And now the only thing left here, we just need simply to grab this entire response. So just select all and just press Ctrl+C to copy this, and I'll just create a folder here. Oh, let's call this doctors, and here I'll create a file, empty file called doctors.json, and open the file and paste our data in. Now we need to format this a little bit in order to be able to parse this response using the standard Python JSON module. So here we see the results, which is a list of dictionary, and this is the exact format we need to process our data later on. So I will just delete all this unnecessary stuff over here, and if you just go to the very end, we see that results are being ended up over here. So let's get rid of these lines as well and just simply store our file. So this is kind of it. And now okay, let just okay, where I am. So doctors. Okay, I just need to go here. Now let's create another file. Well, I don't know if I can call this a scraper. Let's call this scraper.py. Scraper.py. And here we can do the very simple stuff. So we need to import only a couple of modules here. All of those are standard Python libraries. So I say import JSON to parse the JSON string basically, and also import CSV like this. Now we need actually to load our doctors.json file here. So I simply say with open doctors.json, and we want to read the file stream as file here, and also let's create doctors variable here that would be type of plain string. And now we can simply say for line in f.read, so we're reading the file stream here, and we need to append the current line to the doctors variable. So we say doctors plus equals line. So let's actually print our doctors to console. So for now it's the plain string, so let's actually have a look if we did succeed to load this file to our Python environment. So open terminal and simply say python3 doctors scraper.py. Okay, so we have our JSON string response here, and now it's time basically to convert this sort of variable to a Python dictionary. So I simply say doctors equals JSON dot loads, and here we use our doctors as the argument. So let's save and run this stuff again. Okay, so now we see that it has been converted to Python dictionary successfully. And the one last thing is probably just to print this stuff. So I say JSON dumps and doctors, and I'll set the indentation equals to 2 spaces just to make it a little bit prettier. Okay, so now we have our JSON response in a more pretty printed way. So from now on we can actually use the standard CSV's modules dictionary writer method to write all this data to a CSV file. Well, of course we could have filtered this data a little bit, but that's pretty simple, so I won't be covering this in this video. So the next thing we need to do here is actually simply say with open doctors.csv, we want to write the file stream as file here, and also we need to create a writer. So I say writer equals csv.dictionary writer, and it takes 2 arguments, the file stream itself, and also we need to specify the field names, the column names. So to do that, we simply can say doctors and reference the very first element of it. And as far as it's a type of Python dictionary, we can simply call the keys method here, which would return as a list of keys of the very first element, which serves as the column names for our table. So that's kind of how we can achieve that. So now let's also write our column names to the CSV file. In order to do that, we need to simply say write rows and right here. And now let's look over the rows in our results. So I say for row in doctors, and here we simply say writer dot write row and the row here, and basically this is kind of it. So let's actually run our script one more time here. Okay, so here we have our doctors.csv file. So let's have a look at this sort of file in an Excel-like program, the LibreOffice in my case. So okay guys, so here we have the table regarding all the doctors from that sort of site. So it's really lots of information here, so definitely this could have been filtered if needed, so just get rid of this of the columns that we don't really need. So that's kind of it. But here is really lots of data, so up to, so how many basically? 484 elements in the entire table, so that's pretty nice. So that's how we did extract the entire data set without writing a single line of scraping code, basically. So okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something interesting from it. So until next time, and take care.